I'd say recent history, we haven't ran, terrific here, but Kyle won in the spring. Thought we could ran fourth or fifth and had some trouble on a pit stop or something, and ended up a little bit farther toward the back. But it's been a good track. I always like coming here to Texas, and we had a good race last weekend. We had a real competitive car last weekend. Thought we had a good enough car to win, and things didn't work out for us. So hopefully we'll have that speed again this weekend, and we can be somewhere in the mix. And if we don't get a win, hopefully we can get a good finish and stay alive.
All right, we'll go ahead and open it up to questions. We'll start with Claire and then go to Mark.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. Do you guys have discussions at Joe Gibbs Racing this week? Kyle, after the race, was talking about the teamwork and you guys working together. What's the thought and the plan? And was there a conversation about it this week or no?
I think our teamwork at Joe Gibbs Racing is second to none. I've had a lot of great teammates, never any better than what I have right now. That's for sure. So, everybody's really, really competitive. We all want to win. Our goal was to have all four cars at Homestead, and now there's only 3 spots left. So, every week we talk about what we can do to help each other and make things better. But we all still realize also when they drop the green on Sunday, it's 1 against 39, and we got to get the best finish we can for our prospective teams.
All right, we'll go to Mark and then Bob.
Mark Garrow, PRN. Matt, just sort of following up on that, how hard is it to balance your competitive nature, wanting to be a good teammate, and also at some point having to be selfish for yourself and your own team?
It's not very hard. I think that being a good teammate is, working as hard as you can during the week, working hard during practice, sharing, what you learn throughout practice, good and bad, sharing information on the car, trying to help each other and all that. We all realize on Sundays that's what the sport was built on is, one guy racing against everybody else and trying to win. So I think we all realize that, but the world's changing too. All the organizations are big. Everybody has different affiliations. Even heard Kyle wanting another Chevy driver to win. So obviously it's a lot different than it was, even 15 years ago or 20 years ago or 30 years ago. It's way different than what it was then, but it's different for everybody.
All right, we'll go to Bob and then Wolfgang and Daniel.
Bob Pockris, ESPN. You talk about the difference. Is it more difficult to kind of manage teammate relationships with this format?
Well, the format has brought up certainly a lot of different scenarios. It's not quite as cut and dried probably as maybe when it first came out where everybody thought it was just all about winning. There's obviously a lot of things that go on there and a lot of moving pieces. So, I think there's a lot of huge benefits to having good teammates and talented teammates and crew chiefs and all that stuff. The only downfall you can find of it is they're all really, really good, and it's hard to beat them when they're in the same stuff. But I reap the benefits every day of having great teammates and crew chiefs and competitive cars over there.
All right, we'll go to Wolfgang and then Daniel.
Wolfgang Monzer, Rennsport Press Agency, Germany. I have a technical question for you. A couple of months ago, Toyota opened a new European motorsport facility close to Cologne. Is there any involvement engineering-wise from the headquarters, or is everything done by Joe Gibbs only?
From TRD, you mean?
Yes.
TRD has a lot of support and is responsible for, certainly a lot of our success from, engines to chassis development to aero to everything. So they're a huge part of it.
All right, we'll go to Daniel and then over to our left.
Daniel McFadden, NBC Sports. It was reported that there was a drivers-only meeting with Coach Gibbs earlier this week. How often do you guys have those kinds of meetings, and what did you guys talk about going into the last 3 races this season?
Well, if it was drivers only, I don't know who reported it. It wasn't me. We have meetings every Tuesday, and we have meetings every, depending on race weekend, when we're done with final practice, we all have meetings. So we all get together a lot. We also communicate, besides that, at separate times. But we have meetings every week.
All right, we'll go over to our left.
Rob Albright, PRN. Matt, you had a dominant car at Kansas until you brushed the wall. Same car, different car, and what are the similarities and differences in setup between Kansas and Texas?
I have no idea, and I have no idea, really. I don't know what car we brought. I'd say we were I don't know if we were dominant at Kansas. I think the first 150, 200 miles, we were really, really good, and the track kind of changed on us a little bit, and some guys got better. Certainly the 4 came on, and a couple other guys got running real fast there, and we got off a little bit, and then like you brought to my attention, reminded me that I got into the wall, and that didn't help anything either. So, the racetrack's a lot different than Kansas. I don't think setups are very similar at all, to be honest with you. They're both 1.5 miles, and I think that's kind of where the similarities end.
All right, additional questions for Matt? All right, Matt, thanks for joining
All right,
us, and good
you're
luck this
welcome.
weekend.